All right, all right. Hello, everyone. It is, well, patch weekend for WarCraft 3. Yes, there were patches, and because of that, well, things are not quite the same. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down in this 1v1 matchup here on Springtime. Blade spawning as the red human player on the bottom right-hand side of the map, going up against Dise, who is spawning as the blue night elf. Let's see, do I need a slight too, or is it going to make me overbright? Ah, it's going to overexpose me, and, well, hope, I don't know. I don't know. Bad shadows, I don't have a good side. Get my good side, director. I don't have a good side. It's okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down. For those of you guys who don't know what patch day means or patch weekend means, it means the overlay stops working, old replays stop working, and, well, there's gonna be some subtle changes and some balance changes that were applied. Did a quick peruse through the balance changes. Some of the things that were changed. Did they change? They changed my default settings. Like things look a little different. I'll have to see. I don't know. You let me know. Do you guys see things that are a little bit different? It is nice to actually see this time here, though, right? So you know how long things are gonna take. You have timing-based information. That is actually a tooltip that should have been done a long, long time ago. But then again, better late than never. It does mean that, well, I need to get a catalog of replays once more, and I need to get that overlay back up and running. Well, not me, Pad. But if he needs help testing, let me know. Reach out to me. I don't know how responsive I'm going to be. Been trying to do a lot of work as well, and well, things are just kind of tiring. Anyways, Ancient of War tanking quite a bit of damage. Go over here, go straight to this Forge Troll High Priest, and know this: heavy armor now takes a 10% damage damage reduction against piercing. So piercing damage is now not as effective. Yeah, it takes reduced damage from piercing now. So it's instead of 100% damage, it is now 90% damage. And with that, well, it changes things dramatically. So if you thought before Huntresses getting heavy armor instead of being unarmored, wow, what a drastic drop-off in damage from taking bonus damage to not taking that bonus damage. It is now bonus damage to reduced damage overall. Yeah, that is a major drop-off there. I don't quite remember all of the math. But yeah, it's going to be pretty important. Anyways, let's go ahead. Tuskar Trapper, Mammoth's going to get taken down. Archmage already sitting at level 2, has that brilliant aura, and this game is getting underway nicely. Demon Hunter, Ring of Protection +5. I do not believe he has evasion. I looked for my overlay for a second. I'm like, how come I don't have my overlay? That's right, patch weekend. All right, I don't know. It always feels like someone makes a comment in the comments section saying, "I really liked it when you had that overlay. Why did you remove it?" And like, well, why did you fast forward through the first 2 minutes of the video? Is my natural response as well. All right, archers, Force Soul, Shadow Priest doing a little bit of damage here. Demon Hunter not doing a mana burn onto that Archmage, oddly enough. And now in comes the Footmen. So Footmen are going to be that much better against archers as well. And then add in the Pierce or the Defend that you were normally going to have. These early game skirmishes are really going to be very, very different overall. We see a gift-wrapped Footman right back over there. Archmage is still trying to test the waters, seeing what damage can really be done. We're going to see that Demon Hunter go after that little Mammoth, take it down. Little Spearman going to be exchanging blows as well. Ice Troll Berserker, reduce the damage, but, well, pretty much everything except for normal, as that Tuskar Trapper will get taken down. Meanwhile, Archmage decides to clear up some of these creep camps as well, now going after these wolves. Archmage does use a crystal ball, and well, we can see that the Demon Hunter is now back. Are we going to see Immolation deny onto that water elemental? Units trying to fall back here. A little bit of additional poke damage once more, and well, things are continue to go sideways here as we're going to see that wolf get taken down again. Demon Hunter looking to perhaps get to level 3. Archmage looking to get to level 3, taking a little bit of damage again as we are still teching to tier 2 on both sides. 12 seconds left, 28 seconds left. Okay, I do like knowing when to go back and check and being able to make predictions and timing. Thank you for that. You know, a little bit of caster tools to help out. Well, players like me or involved community members like me haven't really played in quite some time. Now, Demon Hunter gets to level 3, Boots of Speed. You know, probably going to sell some of those items. They're not necessarily the best. May pick up a Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch should be online as, well, there's the reveal there. And, well, there's that Naga Sea Witch, as we mentioned. Perhaps going to give the Gloves of Haste and the Boots of Speed to that Naga Sea Witch, as that Naga Sea Witch with those cold arrows able to, well, push back some of those targets. All right, Naga Sea Witch going to go after that Forest Troll Berserker there. Now finish off that Trapper. Meanwhile, Archmage. Where is the Archmage? Archmage off to the north here also picks up the Naga Sea Witch. So level 3 Archmage, level 1 Naga Sea Witch by Blade. And continuing to achieve things up here. Alright, that is a fair number of archers in this battle. We are teching the tier 2. We are getting up an Ancient of Lore. And I am still extremely curious how this one fight is going to come into play here. Archmage drops another water element and wants to put pressure. Ancient of War, also with heavy armor, going to be taking reduced damage from piercing as well, but also could root itself if it really wanted to. Yeah, it feels like the creep camps are just that much harder to hit and clear out. Yeah, I didn't even think about how creeping is going to change. Creeping is significantly getting significant change here as we're looking at the footman trying to come across. All right, little bit of damage. Invul Potion right there. Naga Sea Witch also with an Invul Potion. Going to use it at the last possible moment as well. Both sides trying to fire volleys across here as the Naga Sea Witch and Blade trying to finish off a couple of targets. There goes one archer here. Blade's Naga Sea Witch very, very low on hit points. Has to be extremely careful as the Naga Sea Witch trying to hide in the back position once more. All right, both sides using every bit of their hit points as best as they can. There goes Archer does get taken down. Naga Sea Witch now sitting at level 2. Ancient of War absolutely getting beat up right now as we're looking at the footman getting sniped around. All right, no Boots of Speed here. Are we going to see some damage? Yes, Ancient of War most likely will get taken down. And we're just looking at individual targets falling. Water Elemental going to absorb here. But meanwhile, we're going to look at the Naga Sea Witch perhaps try and come back. There is Fork Lightning on that Naga Sea Witch. Fork Lightning onto the Naga Sea Witch. Are we going to see it? There's a cold arrow. There's some more damage. Not going to even need it. There's the Fork Lightning finally as the Naga Sea Witch falls at level 2. Trying to go after that other Forest Troll, but that Forest Troll, Ice Troll Berserker able to get a heal just in time. Blade, level 3 Archmage going up against a level 2 Naga Sea Witch and a level 3 Demon Hunter. Those heroes making drastic differences here as the Demon Hunter trying to chase down that Priest once more. All right. Demon Hunter, Boots of Speed, Gloves of Haste, getting in some quick attacks here. Priest may be able to get in a heal onto that target there. Oh no! One Priest, well, kind of just causing traffic for the other Priest, unable to get back home here as the Archmage looking to clean up the tracker and, well, picking up True Shot Aura. That is going to be a big damage bonus. Are we going to see a deny? No deny needed. Forest Troll Berserker, and Ice Troll Berserker, both sides engaging once more. Naga Sea Witch here, both sides engaging. Archmage going to use the Scroll of Town Portal to try and head back. Is that Rifleman going to get too far away? No, it is not. Able to huddle up close right within the tree line and stay alive. We're looking at 43 supply compared to 36. Dise having overall less, but now training up more Druids of the Claw as a battle now getting underway again. All right, that Demon Hunter, well, getting slowed down a little bit there. Going to be able to slice down the Rifleman again. More damage getting racked up. Sorceress and, well, Sorceress is slowed. Naga Sea Witch's Cold Arrows trying to slow things down. Militia now trying to make their way over. That is level 2 Immolation. That's going to be very dangerous as the Demon Hunter tries to teleport away and will be able to do exactly that. A couple of Druids of the Claw looking to retreat back here. Archmage perhaps going to try and get to level 4. That is a rather greedy clearing of the creep camps here. Doesn't have enough for a Water Elemental. There is still this Water Elemental here. There's level 4 now. Level 2 Brilliant Aura most likely already underway here. A Water Elemental going to be absorbing quite a bit of damage. Naga Sea Witch will not be able to get to level 3. As that Tracker now just, well, trying to do a little bit of a dance back and forth. Tracker with that inner fire and reduce the damage from piercing as we see Vampiric Aura now onto that Naga Sea Witch. That item most likely will just be sold. Alright, shop off to the north, that Naga Sea Witch gonna sell that item, perhaps pick up an Invul Potion and a Scroll of Healing. Nope, doesn't pick up anything new, just making its way back down again. Back on the southern side, Magnetar Reaver going up against the Demon Hunter or the Venom on the Demon Hunter. Nice item pickup there, or purchase there, as the Druids of the Claw now clean up the remainder of this creep camp here. Druids of the Claw essentially, well, level 1 paladins at this point, able to be tanky, able to heal up quite a bit of damage. And with their better, well, reduced damage from piercing, they may be able to stick around for quite a while. I don't see any Griffins. I don't even see a Griffin Aviary, as we are going into level 2 weapon upgrades for those riflemen. Meanwhile, Druids of the Claw are at 0/0 upgrades here. We are looking at the Hunter's Hall getting the Ultra Vision now, as a couple of rejuvenations going, well, coming online to, well, heal up these Druids of the Claw again. This is a major creeping game now, as the Archmage goes after the Tracker here. Perhaps going to try to go after the Tuskar Sorcerer. Inner Fire cast across multiple targets, and piercing damage, well, not going to be really that effective against creeps anymore. Look at this. Medium armor and heavy armor just reduced the damage overall. Talisman of Evasion on the Naga Sea Witch, give it a little bit more survivability, as the majority of the creep camps have now been cleared out. Supply count 50/60 compared to 60/62. Blade currently in low upkeep. Obviously here we do see an ensnare onto that Druid of the Claw. That Druid of the Claw is also slowed, but Staff of Preservation for the save. Alright, Archmage could pick up a Tome of Intelligence. Naga Sea Witch could pick it up as well. Both sides, well, primary attribute is Intelligence, getting in a little bit more auto attack damage. Alright, one orange creep camp down to the south here, one green creep camp left. Units making their way across the center. We're at 62/62 maximum supply. Well, adding in a couple more farms into the mix. We're looking at 58/70 supply now by Dise, but we don't see the necessary upgrades on the Dryads or those Druids of the Claw. Water Elemental is invisible, causing a little bit of traffic, and now we're going to see some cold arrows and some damage now. Alright, we're going to see some Abolish Magic onto that. Water Elemental is going to get taken down quickly. New Water Elemental getting summoned up. It's going to get abolished down, and this will continue to feed more experience again, as the Sorceresses and the Priests finally come in to try and, well, provide a little bit of support for these riflemen. Alright, more Dispel Magic. Archmage could be in trouble. Archmage needs to get out of the, well, melee range of the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter now no longer chasing. There's a Scroll of Healing trying to save more of those units. Druids of the Claw are getting taken down slow, massive slow across all of these Druids of the Claw, and they are falling, but the Naga Sea Witch of Dise gets to level 4 first. Naga Sea Witch of Blade not too far behind. Water Elemental giving level 5 to the Demon Hunter, who will level up here as the low hit point units try and retreat back, and they are able to do exactly that. Dise 50/70 supply compared to Blade's 55/68. Blade having the supply advantage still, but also losing more in that battle compared to Dise. Dise was able to Staff of Preservation a couple of bears, was able to save them, and I believe has the hero level advantage right now. Level 5, level 4, well, actually no, that was right. Level 5, level 4, but still, slight experience advantage there. Alright, well, what is Blade gonna do? Blade's gonna say, you know what, I can clear out of these last couple of creep camps by myself. Let me drop a Water Elemental. No, Demon Hunter gonna come across, perhaps try and cause some problems. Naga Sea Witch, big Fork Lightning takes down, or Sorceress does get taken down. Invisibility on a Rifleman, so invisibility saves now being used as the Demon Hunter going after the Sasquatch here. Alright, trying to deny experience, Claws of Attack +5, more damage getting picked up here. Meanwhile, are we gonna see some more damage go down onto the Demon Hunter? Demon Hunter Is it going to get slowed? Naga Sea Witch needs to place down a cold arrow or two just to slow it down, because this Naga Sea Witch is just going to end up Staff of Preservationing this Demon Hunter. All right, there goes the damage back the other way. Also, oddly enough, the Demon Hunter still fighting. There's invisibility on the Archmage. Archmage down to 139, trying to fight back the other way. There goes this Demon Hunter. He's a little bit too far back. There's a Naga Sea Witch. Fork Lightning pushing through. And interesting call by Blade. Blade knew that the Demon Hunter was slowed and was in trouble, and that the Naga Sea Witch needed to stay close enough by the Staff of Preservation. But because of that, only went after the Naga Sea Witch anyways. By going after the Naga Sea Witch, ensured the kill. The Demon Hunter had the Invul Potion. The Naga Sea Witch had the Staff of Preservation. And, well, that's why that unit got taken down. All right, gonna go into a battle. There's another, well, Naga Sea Witch back out here onto the battlefield. Naga Sea Witch trying to retreat back here. Archmage gonna try and fall back here again. There goes one Druid of the Claw. Archmage needs to drop more Water Elementals, but needs to be careful as Dryads have just been, well, abolishing them and adding to the Demon Hunter's experience. Militia now being called back over. Massive fights. We're looking at the Priest actually in the front line. This is a little bit of a funny position because the Druids of the Claw deal bonus damage to the Riflemen, but not the Priest. So the Priest could actually be considered a little bit more tanky if you consider the heals as well. All right, there goes another Druid of the Claw. Blade outlasting Dise after that initial destruction of that Naga Sea Witch. You can see another Druid of the Claw trying to retreat back out. There's going to be some more cold arrows, a Staff of Preservation for the save. But we're now looking at 39 supply compared to 56 as, well, Rifleman and Water Elemental need to join in on the battle. All right, Sorcerer's going to turn back around. There's a slow cast there. More units need to make their way back over. Every unit matters so much. This Naga Sea Witch in that frontline spot, we're looking at more damage pulling back again. More Riflemen, more Sorceresses coming in to reinforce as the Druid of the Claw may get taken down. There goes another one there. Naga Sea Witch. All of these units trying to retreat back away, and it's just opening things up to take down or forcing the issue a little bit further. All right, Demon Hunter going to go after another Sorceress there. There's a standing Rifleman just wondering what he's been missing, finally turning back around to attack that Demon Hunter here. All right, they're going to regroup. Naga Sea Witch nearly at level 5. Demon Hunter going to try and regroup. There's that Abolish Magic again. Archmage perhaps going to clean up some of the Wisp out here on the battlefield. 45 supplied now compared to 56. Sorceress back at home, not joining in on the battle for some strange reason, as the Demon Hunter, well, tries to come in from behind. Water Elemental. Dice is currently my second favorite player. Yeah, no, Dice playing a very good game to try and hold off a Blade, maybe playing a better one. It may come down to the final couple of heroes here, as Immolation is going to finish off one Rifleman there. There's another Fork Lightning. Druids of the Claw. Staff of Preservation for the save. Dice holding on barely, but this is going to be an uphill battle even with home field advantage. Rifleman trying to retreat back. There's Naga Sea Witch now at level 5, but no more mana on that Naga Sea Witch here, as the Naga Sea Witch tries to fall back. Orb of Venom on that Naga Sea Witch, able to apply that damage over time. But I believe 38 supply. Are we going to see a couple more Druids of the Claw get taken down? The Druid of the Claw trying to retreat back here. Archmage, Fork Lightning, focusing down more units again and again, as the Demon Hunter down to dangerously low hit points, down to 76. He's going to get Staff of Preservation back home. He needs to get a rejuvenation off onto this Demon Hunter here. Not quite sure. Finally getting it. The Demon Hunter, once it has rejuvenation, can join back in on the battle. Archmage going to try and finish off a couple of trailing units. You saw that this Naga Sea Witch wanted the Staff of Preservation, but, well, the cooldown was still in play here. Naga Sea Witch perhaps Fork Lightning trying to finish off some more units. Naga Sea Witch trying to pull back here. 400 hit points. Still falling back. Demon Hunter continuing to get in some additional slices. Just finish off a Rifleman or two, and perhaps you can go into Superman form. Only 24 experience shy. Naga Sea Witch trying to retreat back here. Cold arrows. Rifleman trying to get in front. Are we going to see attack going back the other way? Demon Hunter. Immolation turned on again. Both sides fighting, and we're still looking at damage rushing on in. All right, we're looking at some low hit point units. That Demon Hunter has been so close to level 6, had so many low hit point targets, finally finishes off a target there, and perhaps going to go after more of those units again and again. Finish off a Priest, turns on Immolation, going to go down, take another Rifleman as well, going after all of these targets, constantly is getting slowed, and now, well, they're finally taking down that Rifleman here. All right, Demon Hunter down to 500 hit points, going to go ahead and Staff of Teleportation back home. No Stormbolt, and we should be looking at a couple of rejuvenations here ready. No Moonstone, and with no Moonstone, these are all, oh my goodness, this Druid of the Claw down to, oh, got up to 125 mana, and then ended up getting taken down, not even able to get a rejuvenation off on another friendly target. All right. Demon Hunter, well, ranged Orb of Chaos. Naga Sea Witch gets taken down, and really it was Moonwell management and healing management necessary. Blade, still seeing that level 6. We're seeing that more of these units getting finished off again and again. Druids of the Claw, these Druids of the Claw are coming back in fresh, and Dise looks like he's still in a decent spot. 35 supply over 70 compared to Blade's 33 over 68. Blade, it seemed like he had a Dise up against the ropes for so long, but Dise never throwing in the towel, getting up to level 6 and winning out a major battle there. Are we going to see him sell some of those items to get that Naga Sea Witch? No, Naga Sea Witch resurrecting the old-fashioned way will be another minute and a half before it is out on the battlefield.
A player's forces are under attack.
Demon Hunter finding a sorceress out in the middle of nowhere. However, that does mean that the Archmage and the Naga Sea Witch are knocking on the door. We are looking at level 3 Brilliance Aura. That means no, I repeat, no mass teleportation, as the Archmage may be forced to retreat back here. Demon Hunter drinking a bunch of Immolation, or drinking a bunch of Moonwell juice. Are we going to see some more repairs? We are, and perfect timing for the tree of or the entangled gold mine to be destroyed. That opens things up to try and repair here, as a couple of the Wisp are also trying to detonate. Blade, what is he trying to do here? He does not have a follow-up gold mine. Meanwhile, the Tree of Eternity is getting Nature's Blessing, and now the Naga Sea Witch could be in trouble. Both sides fighting again and again. Naga Sea Witch could be coming back online here, still 30 seconds away. They're gonna get another rejuvenation, and are we gonna get enough Dispel Magics to stop that Demon Hunter? Demon Hunter down to 500 hit points, but still has rejuvenation, holding steady, at least for now, as this full Moonwell gives new life, and, well, on that Demon Hunter again. All right, continuing the fight, coming back across here. There's Immolation being turned on once more. That is level 3 Immolation. So much damage. Standing next to the Demon Hunter is hazardous to your health, as we see unit after unit falling. Druid of the Claw trying to escape away, and it looks like it will be able to escape away ever so barely. Naga Sea Witch, Druid of the Claw, well, perhaps should be escaping away. Naga Sea Witch, are we going to see a Fork Lightning or anything like that? There's a Fork Lightning taking down one sorceress already, and, well, Naga Orb of Venom, Militia now being called back over. This Druid of the Claw, what is he doing? It's just not enough micro to keep everything going right now, as the Druid of the Claw tries to fall back here. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter still holding on. There's a big Fork Lightning. Archmage could be in trouble. Down to 18 hit points. Archmage falls. And I believe that is going to be the game. The Militia are no longer even in Militia form. Staff of Teleportation transferred to the Naga Sea Witch. She's going to drink from some Moonwells. Druids of the Claw should be able to get some rejuvenations going. It's just so much going on here, as we see a Fork Lightning going down. Invisibility on the Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch able to retreat back, pushing pressure back onto the Demon Hunter. Staff of Preservation saves there again. There's some more rejuvenations, as the, well, Demon Hunter needs to get rejuvenated. There we go. There's a rejuvenation. He's still alive, and with that rejuvenation, Blade throws in the towel. Dise wins the game. Yeah, Dise not having that Wellspring Blessing really causing some problems, but I'm still able to outlast his opponent. Remember, mana, resources, time. Anytime that you can get a time advantage, such as the Wellspring upgrade, increasing the Moonwell capacity and at the rate at which it refills, directly translates onto the battlefield. Dise able to leverage that home field advantage enough to hang on to that victory. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below.